horrific conditions in what officials are calling the largest animal rescue operation in U.S. history.
Beloved action star, martial artist, and internet meme Chuck Norris dies at age 86. We look back at the life and legacy of the Hollywood icon.
And following a record-breaking winter heat wave, the sweltering temperatures may be on their way out. A closer look at your weekend forecast now on the news at 7. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. LA County officials have rescued hundreds of cats and dogs during an operation that may be the largest of its kind in U.S. history.
More than 70 animal care and control officers descended on the property in Lake Hughes this morning. KTLA's Rachel Menitoff reports on what they found when they arrived.
Hi there, good evening. The property owner was apparently running an animal rescue, a 501c3 nonprofit, but instead of rehabbing the animals, she was keeping them in very poor, inhumane conditions. The LA County Department of Animal Care and Control served a search warrant early in the morning Friday. Officials went to a home in a remote part of Lake Hughes where they seized about 300 animals, dogs and cats, who were in the care of Rockin' Paws Animal Rescue and its creator, a woman named Christine De Anda. They say she was in violation of animal welfare laws and describe how the animals were kept in filthy, neglectful conditions.
I'm like right downwind of them now in the evenings, and so I smell it constantly.
Picture some massive dogfight that's continuous every evening and every morning at feeding time.
It's really shocking to actually hear about the magnitude of it.
The Canfields estimate that De Anda has been accumulating animals anywhere between 2 and 3 years. Animal Care and Control also says it's known about the property for a while and has been working with anonymous informants who have recently provided photo and video, which finally allowed them to pursue legal action.
We'll know more when we get the animals and do the medical evaluations.
Animal Care and Control is asking for the public to come in and adopt their existing animals so they can make way for all of these new animals that are coming in. That's the very latest from Lake Hughes. I'm Rachel Menitoff, KTLA 5 News.
A scorching summer-like heat wave that broke temperature records across the Southland in the waning days of winter is showing signs of easing on this first day of spring.
Meteorologist Vera Jimenez is tracking conditions and the weekend cool down. Vera?
Thank you so much. Yeah, take a look behind me. Beautiful sunset, by the way. Gorgeous out there, but I just stepped outside of our studio to see if I could actually feel a change from yesterday at this hour, and I actually could. The temperatures felt cooler. The breeze was a little bit stronger. Now, not everyone is feeling the same impact that I am, but by tomorrow, all of us will definitely begin to feel that cool down. 97 degrees today in Burbank, 101 in Woodland Hills, Lancaster 93, 92 in Palmdale. How about Anaheim? 94, 95 in Santa Ana, Riverside 102 and 108. Those were today's record-breaking temperatures. Downtown Los Angeles, by the way, also had record numbers with 96. And then there are these numbers and these records. These are monthly records. These are locations that have set new monthly records, and some of these were actually multiple record breakers. Long Beach and Woodland Hills, 99 degrees for Long Beach. Burbank, the same. Woodland Hills 102, 95 in Lancaster. Camarillo 97, Oxnard 96, Sandburg 84, and Riverside 102. So those are the new monthly records for those locations. We'll take a look at the rest of that forecast coming up shortly. We'll send it back to you guys for now.
Vera, thank you. More statues and plaques dedicated to labor leader Cesar Chavez are being taken down and covered up. This comes in the wake of the sex abuse allegations from the 60s and 70s that surfaced this week. At Santa Ana College, Chavez's name has been boarded over and paintings of Chavez have been covered. The LA Times is now reporting that the United Farm Workers Union, which Chavez established, could now be hit with a wave of civil lawsuits.
A convicted double murderer released early on parole has been found guilty of murder again, this time sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Darrell Lamar Collins was convicted in 1998 in a pair of killings. He served 25 years of a 50-year sentence before being eligible for parole under California's youthful offender laws. Less than a year after his release, he killed 53-year-old mother of 6, Fatima Johnson. The LA County DA says today's sentence protects the community, ensuring a, quote, sociopath sociopath never walks free again.
The Almonte Union High School District has agreed to implement wide-ranging reforms to settle allegations of sexual harassment, assault, and abuse of students documented on campuses over a 6-year period. This after an investigation by the state DOJ in which they reviewed 113 complaints. Under the terms of the settlement, the school must implement a 4-year plan of reforms monitored by the courts.
Following a months-long organized crime investigation, the LA County Sheriff's Department has seized approximately $7 million of stolen cargo and $1 million in U.S. currency. 9 suspects were arrested in LA, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties, booked on charges of grand theft, money laundering, and receiving stolen property. The thefts impacting 36 companies, including Sony, Marshalls, Costco, Monster Energy, Amazon, and TJ Maxx.
Good news at LA's beaches. More than a year after the 2025 firestorm, levels of harmful metals in coastal sand and seawater have remained below California's limits for safe drinking water, as well as EPA safety thresholds for aquatic life. The Palisades and Eaton fires sent ash up to 100 miles offshore, with rains washing more remnants and chemicals into the sea. Continued testing remains, but investigators say they do not see evidence of harm for the ecosystem or human health.
Beloved martial arts superstar Chuck Norris has died. His family posted news of his passing on social media this morning. KTLA's Jillian Smuckler spoke with fans in Hollywood.
Here at the Hollywood Walk of Fame, fans have been gathering all day long, laying flowers and sharing memories of Chuck Norris, reacting in real time to the loss of someone they grew up watching. Chuck Norris built a career on strength, discipline, and an unmistakable presence on screen. From action films like The Delta Force and The Way of the Dragon to his iconic role in Walker, Texas Ranger, Norris became a symbol of toughness and a hero to millions.
My aunt loves him. She's back home. I'm sure she's over there crying because she still watch him every day.
Off screen, that reputation only grew, fueling decades of internet memes that turned him into a pop culture legend. But today, fans at the Hollywood Walk of Fame say the loss feels personal.
I met him back in 1992 during the movie premiere of Sidekicks. And you know, the fact that I have that experience to have met the man, I mean, I just met one of my heroes. And again, that just adds to the shock.
And throughout the day, people have made their way to Hollywood Boulevard to see his star for themselves.
I was really shocked because as a kid, I used to wake up in the morning and see Walker, Texas Ranger on the TV, and I was like, and that's what I would watch all morning. So I was really shocked.
Norris's family says he died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. They're remembering him not just as a star, but as a devoted husband, father, and grandfather, and a man who inspired millions through discipline, kindness, and strength.
He was a big, inspiration to a lot of people.
Jillian Smuckler, KTLA 5 News.
As she seeks re-election, LA Mayor Karen Bass announcing a major group of endorsements today. 4 of the 5 members of the LA County Board of Supervisors, Hilda Solis, Holly Mitchell, Janice Hahn, and Catherine Barger. Bass saying the group has, quote, been essential in delivering low crime rates, getting people off the streets, and building more housing, and we're just getting started. Supervisor Lindsay Horvath, who briefly considered a run against Bass, has not endorsed anyone. The mayor is polling under 20% in a new Emerson poll.
Months after an LAist probe revealed LA County quietly approved a $2 million confidential settlement for County CEO Fesia Davenport over alleged reputational harm, the Board of Supervisors has ordered the creation of a public dashboard of settlements between the county and its executives. It would include names, amounts, approval dates, and more. Supervisor Horvath saying residents deserve to know how their tax dollars are spent. Meanwhile, a lawsuit filed alleges the Davenport payout was an illegal gift of public money. Iran is threatening to attack tourism sites around the world as spring break kicks off.
Those threats come as President Trump announces he is sending more warships and Marines to the Middle East. The Pentagon says the Marines are from the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit based at Camp Pendleton. Meantime, President Trump says the United States is getting close to meeting its objectives in Iran and is considering winding down the war with the Islamic Republic.
The Trump administration has sued Harvard, alleging the school has violated civil rights laws, turning a blind eye to harassment of Jewish and Israeli students. The suit sets the grounds for the government to freeze billions in existing grants and seek repayment of others. The university says it, quote, actively enforces anti-harassment and discrimination rules on campus.
A Secret Service agent who had been in charge of planning and executing the safety plan at President Trump's 2024 Butler, Pennsylvania rally has been suspended for a third time in the past year. A Real Clear Politics investigation finds the agent is under investigation for allegedly marrying a foreign national and failing to report it for 9 months. No comment from Secret Service or DHS.
Federal prosecutors have asked a judge to dismiss charges against 2 Louisville officers accused of falsifying a warrant that led to a 2020 police raid in which Breonna Taylor was killed. Judges have twice reduced a felony charge against each officer to a misdemeanor, saying there wasn't a direct link between the false information and Taylor's death. Police shot Taylor when her boyfriend opened fire during a no-knock warrant.
And the DHS shutdown stretching into day 35 as Senate Democrats blocked a House-passed bill to fund ICE, TSA, and other critical federal agencies. The vote was 47-37. John Fetterman, the sole Democrat yes vote. 16 senators missed the vote. The House is expected to vote on another DHS funding bill next week, as well as a resolution to support DHS workers who have gone without pay during the shutdown.
Much more still ahead on the KTLA 5 News at 7.
Leaders, luminaries, politicians, and Hollywood stars, part of the